Saturday morning. We had a real good green all week. Little profits add up. It's Memorial Day weekend, so I gave Mark and Danny the weekend off, let them enjoy time with their family and friends. I think Mark's going to the Bahamas, Danny's down to the Keys, so it's just me. I'm all by myself. Got done filling up. We got a little over $1,000. I think it was 200 gallons total for $1,000. It hurts, but that's what it takes, you know? You want to have 4 motors, you want to have a 39-foot boat, you want to have big stuff. You got to pay the big bills, baby. You got to make the money. Getting ready to head out here from Lighthouse Point. This is where I live at. There's a bridge we got to wait for. Once we get through the bridge, we are right into the ocean. One of the really nice benefits of where I live at now is I live 2 minutes from the ocean. 2 miles offshore, and the goal is to find something. We gotta find something floating, because if you find something floating, there's a very good chance that there's some fish hanging around that. It's a big old ocean. We might be out here for a long time. We might be out here for a little time. You never know, really. Sometimes you find them right away. Sometimes you never find them. Fish on here, little mahi. There he is back there. Oh, mahi, not the one that we wanted, a little tiny one. We're gonna release him, but we'll get him in the boat. This is actually a bull mahi there. You can see by the head, little guy, but still not big enough for me to take home to eat today. So we will release him and he'll swim away. Pulled the hook right out of him, and there we go. First mahi of the day. We let the little ones go so they can grow bigger. That's the sound of another fish, but I can already tell that it's not big. Got another one to release. Whee! And we're hooked up once again here. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Let's blow it. Actually might be a decent fish. At least we can keep it for dinner tonight. Victoria's got some of her family in town, so I wanna cook up some fresh fish tonight for dinner, baby. We're going grocery shopping. There are so many mahi here, but none with size. So, well, we found a bunch, just don't have any size. They're all tiny. Let's see what we can do here. We can bring some of these in. Guy, he got a thing deep. I keep seeing things, man. There are so many. All right, so this is 100% a legal fish there by any means, but I'd rather him go get bigger. I think that's like, we caught 4 or 5, like 6 or, I don't know, 8 mahi now, and none of them are the right size. So we're catching fish, just not the ones we want. There's a bunch of mahi here. All right, so I'm gonna cast this bait. Let's see how long it takes to get tight. Ah! We're tight. Whee! Whee! So we caught about 20 mahi. Nothing that was like really worth keeping. There was plenty of keepers. You could have kept every single fish that I caught, but I'm kind of in the thought, you know, I'm kind of in, I kind of think it's better to release the little ones and hope to get some bigger ones. So we released about 20 little ones and hopefully they grow up bigger and one day I can catch one of them when they're bigger. So kind of just like a, you know, steward of the ocean idea. Let's not rape the ocean of all the fish before they get to a point where like they're fun to actually catch. Because the little ones, like, who cares? Let them go. It's funny because another boat went by me and they started catching some little ones and they were super pumped. And I got nothing, I'm not hating on people for catching little fish, but I think in my position that I'm in, I don't really need the meat. I have plenty of meat. If I need it, if I want it, I could get it, but I'd rather try to get a actual larger mahi, something that's worth talking about and not just a bunch of peanuts. So we're gonna keep on cruising right now, and it is 9 o'clock. It's only 9 o'clock. Wow, I thought it was like 11. So I'm gonna keep on cruising, see what we can find. All right, so I just jumped down really quickly. I saw a pretty decent sized mahi and I put the trolling lines out and it looks like we got something on, but I don't think it's the one that I wanted. This one is definitely a keeper. I can cook him up for dinner tonight, so I'm gonna keep at least one so I can get some mahi in case the girls want to eat tonight. We'll keep this one for now. Small again. So we just pulled up back here in Lighthouse Point. A successful morning. We got fish in the box. We got 2 mahi for dinner, and we are getting ready to go through the bridge here. We got to head back to the house. Look at how insane the water clarity is right now. It is absolutely beautiful. It's like you're in the Bahamas, but in Florida. So the only problem with having the big tower and stuff is you gotta wait for the bridges. So the one drawback to having a big old tower is now you gotta wait to go through the bridges because the tower's so tall. So if you haven't tuned in a quick minute, this is where my old office used to be. So my trading office was in here. Now we got all of the fishing poles in here. We got big ones, little ones, all the ones you need. We got all the checks on the wall. That's about $280,000 worth of winnings for 2024. 2024, not bad. This year, literally, we're the champions, baby. World champions up there. 2024 champions. We got more trophies over there. We got more rods and reels. We got this sweet bar. We got it all. So I'm gonna head to the beach now. Victoria, my girlfriend's at the beach. So we're gonna go see what she's up to and do a little adventure here. I don't know how good of an idea this is, but let's see if it works. So this is where my office is now. I moved my office into the garage. The McLaren you can see there. Got the bikes, the trading area. Got Got a little editing area. I'm still kind of dialing it all in, to be honest. I don't love this setup here yet. We'll talk more about the Hummer in a different video, but that's my new car. I've got the Raptor still. I traded the F250. I've got the Hummer, and then I've got the Raptor over there, and then we got the McLaren. Well, that's the Hummer, but the McLaren's in there. But let's go to the beach. Came down here to the beach, found Victoria just sitting in the middle of a sea of people. This gives me anxiety just sitting here.
Why?
Too many people. What happens if the world ends right now? We know we can get out of here, you know? Trading, you know, what's been kind of going on with trading lately, and I don't know, where am I at? Right now, I got 20 funded accounts with Apex. You guys know that, trading that live on YouTube. Basically, every single day this week, I took 1 or 2 trades in the funded accounts. And my normal, I think my biggest profit day this week was $900 per account. So I made $900 per account, which 900 times 20 is a lot. But it's funny because for a long time when I first started trading with Apex, I really was like so focused on the actual P&L for like the one account, right? I was like so used to making, you know, $2,000–$3,000 a day trading one account. So starting to trade with Apex was this kind of like relearning this idea, like, hey, Patrick, like you're trading 20 accounts. You don't need to trade 10 contracts per account. Like you could trade 1 contract per account, and that's still 20 contracts, which is more than I would normally ever trade. But there's something about like seeing that P&L, and it's like $200, $300, $400 on the P&L. I don't know. It's some kind of like psychological thing, or just me being an idiot. And I've had to work through that, kind of had to get through that. And not that I've perfected it, but I think I've got to a point now where I can look at it and be like, look, I need to make $400, $500 per day, $300 per day. And then that is kind of like my goal per account, because $500 times 20 obviously is going to be $10,000 for all of the accounts total. So that's a totally fine living right there. Make $10,000 a day, no problem, right? Like, why should I feel any type of like FOMO or weird? I don't even know what the exact emotion is, but this emotion that like, oh, $500 per account is not enough. I need to make $50,000 per day, but it's just not sustainable and it's not realistic. So I definitely have had to like kind of tell myself, look, it's better to get the payouts. It's better to just be consistent than to have those big, massive profit days. Like, who cares if you make $80,000 in a day and then you give it back and you don't get a payout? Because it don't matter. If you're not getting the payout, who the fuck cares? So I could definitely take my own advice sometimes, and I definitely want to focus solely on just like getting payouts. Who cares about big profits? Just get the fucking payouts.